I've got home from my fake job. Let me, yeah, I can do it like this. Turn this stuff on. All right. Just got home from my fake job.
Knows that if you're a school custodian, cleanliness is your top priority. That's why you can rely on Granger for a range of cleaning products and equipment, from disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Granger, for once, get it done.
New Year, same extra value meals
Right.
collections. For now, get 2 snack wraps, plus fries, and a medium soft drink for just $8. For limited time only. Prices
It's a
are
rip-off.
price may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
All right. Sorry, but I got to get my music in. 1 second, let me see what's going on. It's not acting live, huh? It should be live. You can't hear me? I was just sitting here playing music, having a little session real quick. Lindsay. All right. No, I just had some music going. It may have been distorted out too, so I was having a little session, as you can clearly see. So how's everybody doing? It's cold. It's gonna get colder tonight. But I'm here in my lair now, so I'm good and warm. Let me turn the stereo off. No, okay. Man, there's lots of drama going on. I don't know where to start. See, I've been lazy. I haven't done any sound level checks or anything like that as far as how I'm doing this. No, I don't need that. Sorry. I bumped my phone. So a German lady got a strike. That's terrible. But I was listening to her a little bit. She was dragging some peeps. I realize you said you haven't talked with Lindy Girl for a while, but is she good? She vanished. I don't blame her. I miss her sass. Hold on, I'm hearing something. All right, I know what it is. Um, Here's the deal with Lindy. It's not anything bad or anything like that. The whole deal is this. I don't want to put any of her personal business out. Um, but her focus is on some positive things. And as a result, she really, I really don't think she's interested in a lot of the negativity that's going on. She may be watching, I don't know. Um, but the thing of it is I know she's focused on things in her personal life that are on a positive note. It's not anything negative or anything like that. And that's about the best that I can do. I don't know exactly what she's doing or anything like that, but the bits and pieces that I do know, she's doing well. I think what happened is she took a break, and then while she was on break, she just kind of started looking at other things and reevaluating some things that she's seen online, and that's probably why she's um moving the way she's moving. Good Lord, man. I watched a video, a short, watched a couple times, and it's of somebody just dragging the pure dog shit out of somebody. And I'm so tempted to play it, but the thing of it is it would probably open up a big hornet's nest, and I don't got no dog in that fight. So And myself personally, obviously, I'm heading in a new direction, so. I just got home from my fake job. I'm relaxing. I got my feet up. Ah, and then the just lurking thing. Lying, crying, Ryan's rearing his head and posting and doing everything he's big enough to do, and he keeps mentioning my name. Listen, dude, you're flexing a $3,000 balance on your mommy's credit card. Okay. She's dead. She's been dead for a while. So if you go to an ATM and draw any of that money out, your picture's being taken, regardless. That's just the way the world works these days. Every transaction is photographed. Your picture's being taken. Okay. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to get in a bind on those credit cards. And then the line of credit's done. And you got no income coming in. Okay. And if you do get Social Security and food stamps or whatever, you you're probably going to get, they've probably already told you probably 1,000 a month. That's all you're going to get. You're not going to get nothing because you've never worked. But since I'm bringing the work thing up, I heard you talking about Beth and her working and stuff like that. You ain't got nothing to say to anybody because if what I heard is true, you've only got about 2 weeks of work experience your entire life. So you're not one to talk about anybody working. Okay. What's up, baby? Baby, I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing, girl? Glad to see you around. But you got no room to talk about anybody working. And why you all up in her business anyway when you're out there whining, saying people in your are in your business? I guarantee you, Beth could care less about you. Beth's kinfolk, whatever, they could care less about you. And you're just wasting your time. And again, I'm just gonna say it for the billionth time, and everybody's told you, if you got all this evidence, dude, go to the cops. Go to the cops. Take your evidence to the cops. It's just that simple, dude. You're making yourself look like a complete ass. And I know why. See, you were quiet for a while, but reality is starting to sink in. It hasn't fully sunk into that thick head of yours, but reality is starting to sink in, and that's why you're getting angry again. So instead of Dr. Phil, right now you're watching Dr. Boris. You're starting to get angry right now. What you need to do, son, is you need to find the root of your anger. You need to find what's making you angry. Is it the self-loathing? Is it the feeling of inadequacy? What is it that's making you angry? And then address that situation, and you will find your life is going to get better. I'm not even going to invoice you for this, dude, because you're broke. I got more cash laying around here than your mommy's line of credit. So, you know, just came in, but that has to be about crying, Ryan, not boy Ryan. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But for the love of God, stop whining and just do whatever, man. I can safely say I speak for everyone you're talking about here. Nobody fucking cares what you do. Nobody is scared of you. Nobody is intimidated by you. Nobody is bothered by you. I don't even care about you, dude. what I'm doing right now is using you for content, straight up. For some reason, there's a subculture of people out there that like to hear me digging in people's ass. So I'm using you for content. It's happening, Chief. If you want to go the legal route, then here, you got me on video. I'm the kingpin, dude. It's me. It's all me. I'm the kingpin. Send the summons. I think I just posted that for you. If you don't want to go that route and you just want to know where Lindy lives, I know where she lives. Come to Detroit. We'll meet and I'll tell you. But it has to be in person. It's looking for fatherly attention since his own father is too ashamed of him. Be one. Yeah, well, see, his daddy died too. He got a little bit, I think he got a little bit of something, something from his daddy. I don't know. Don't really care because he needs everything he can get, and it's not going to be enough. He's just stuck on stupid. There's nothing that can be done. What he's doing now is I think Beth put a post up about making little shelters to set outside for feral cats. And evidently he's been feeding some cats or so, I don't know. And it's just a coincidence. It's he went back to the flowers thing with Bridget again. It's just a coincidence, man. I mean, there's people all over the United States that are getting fucking flowers delivered every day. And it's not because of crying Ryan. We're not all listening to whatever. But now he's on to this little cat enclosure thing. He seriously has mental problems. I think he needs to be institutionalized. That's my opinion. Instead of crying on the internet, he needs to learn the phrase, "Welcome to Burger King, may I take your order?" I don't know. I don't know if he can do that. It's a lost cause. And yeah, I'll just, for the record right now, I'm going to tell you, I'd intended on going live. And I came home and I was sitting here and I seen that John went live. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to go live right now and just go live right over top of him. So I don't have no respect for him. Does he talk about you? Yeah, he does. Evidently, he thinks I'm involved. He thinks there's like 25 people that he thinks are like hacking. He thinks that they're flying drones over his house, getting videos. He thinks they're hacking his Wi-Fi and his phones and his TV and his toaster and everything else because they want to see what he does and says and everything like that. Nobody cares about him. Nobody. Lindy could care less about him. That I can tell you for a fact. But he just, he's going on and on and on. His mama died, and shortly after she died, his daddy died. It's a fucking moron. I posted. I said, don't wait till someone's gone. The sunflowers. That's it. I don't give a fuck about that weirdo. Leave me alone. Repeat of him. I've seen my boy today, Bridget. But anyways, you know, like I said, people get flowers every day. And her saying that it's a saying that's been said a lot over the years. I mean, you look on the internet, it's there, it's all over the place. And it's true. You give somebody their flowers while they're alive. You know, if you love somebody, you tell them you love them while they're alive, because after they're dead, it doesn't matter. So. And you watch him, what for? Content. I like to listen. I like it when he cries. I'm gonna be honest. When he's crying, that's my favorite. Everything he thinks is happening, it's all me and the other Israel. So it just like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, listen, for the record, I'm pro-Israel. So I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't, but I'm pro-Israel. Dude, I bought and sent someone on here. This kid's a box of candy, and all of a sudden I'm hacking cams, dude. I can't even get on stream here. It's right. Well, but Bridget, I mean, come on, honestly, seriously. And you know, you can answer this in the side chat. I'm sure he's watching. Hi, Flower Child. Um, what does he do in your opinion? What does he do that's so interesting that someone would spend that kind of time and effort? Is there anything that he could possibly be doing that I'm not thinking about? Meatloaf. So that does sound good. Meatloaf with baked beans and mashed potatoes or fried potatoes and some onions and some garlic powder. What does he do that's so interesting? If anybody has an answer, let me know. She says, I don't know. I can't see him. That's the thing, but I don't know. Listen, if I was honestly, if I had the technology and I was going to do something like that, why would I do a little I don't want to use the F word, but why would I use a little punk like this dude when I could use my skills and hack into something interesting like 50 Cent and watch what the fuck he's doing in his house? You know what I'm saying? He is a loon. Jasper, I'll tell you right now, bro. I mean, we're cool and everything like that, but don't mess with Bridget because that'll get you out of here real quick. There's certain people that can come in my chat that are off limits. Don't mess with her. I don't see her messing around with anybody. Of course, I don't run in the circle she runs in, but still. I know you only said hi, but listen, it's like this, Jasper. It's a free for all. All right. My side chat's a free for all. That's the way I ran it before. But here's the deal. If she says, hey, get him out of here, you gotta go, dude. So just be cool. That's all I'm saying. You have to work very hard to hack someone close to the free porn sites like he does, just saying. I don't know what his malfunction is, but right now I ask you over and over just to leave me alone, dude. After you, I'm gonna up myself shit on here. Listen, if you talk shit like that on here, just go somewhere else, dude. Seriously. Because that's not gonna be welcome here. As a matter of fact, listen, dude, I'm gonna put you in a timeout for 24 hours to think about it. I know you can hear me. People that roll like that, Jasper, they're not welcome here. Well, look, man, the thing of it is I like to have a place too where people can be cool and not have a bunch of bullshit go on. I don't got nothing personal against the guy. I really don't know him. I see him, he says hello to me and stuff like that. So I say hello to him, but I've never talked to him. I don't know him, but I can't have stuff like that going on over here. Bergs has done that before. And, you start messing with people's minds trying to do stuff like that to people, and it's not cool. If he wants to sit and slug it out with her or whatever, that's fine, but she doesn't want nothing to do with him. So you should just don't even say hi to her, dude. Seriously. Don't take it personal. She just, for whatever reason, you're just not her cup of tea. I gotta take her to pee, but I'll be right back. See him? What do you think about the situation? All right, sitting there burning hole in me. I'll smack me. That's I hope you're that ferocious if somebody tries to come in here while daddy ain't here. Just saying. The keys, I don't want to lock myself out. She had to get out there raising hell and give her some water. That'll last you about 5 minutes. There you go. All righty, daddy. Cried like a baby, and it had something to do with Boyd Wrestling being gone, him and the other crybaby bitch. She liked the snow. Yeah, she's all right with it. She likes to lick the snow, which I hate. You know, the snow is clean, but still, I don't like her licking it. She's just a mess. We were out there and she heard somebody talking, so she started barking and she wants, I don't know if she wants to play with them or try to eat them, but she's all the time after the cats. 'Cause I've counted as many at one time. There's 8 feral cats that live around here. There's a guy here that feeds them, and there's a big fat skunk that lives around here too that actually lines up with the cats for cat food. So yeah, Jasper, I don't think you're gonna be able to come back, bro. Thinking about this stuff. I mean, and I had heard something about the boy wrestling stopping because of somebody's nonsense. So this is not the community for you. He thinks he's trolling, then you talk shit back and he can't take it. Well, see, that's the thing, especially here. If you can't take it, then it's gonna be an issue. Yeah, it's a trip with the skunk. I haven't seen him in a while because it's cold, but in the fall, I go out there in the morning, getting ready to go to my fake job and he'd be out there. And the dog's seen him a couple of times, and it's like, no, no, we're not even going there. But I'm telling you, this pooch here is such a sweetheart. She really is. She's a good girl. When this dude said he was gonna, it was like, nope. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit because when people do that to you, they're trying to hold you emotionally hostage, and that's not cool. Jack was sprayed 6 times in his 20 years. What did you use? Tomato juice? Sorry, my skin's dry. Anybody that deals with cold weather knows it gets real dry. I already have one freak weirdo saying that shit. Listen, when they try to do that to you, they're trying to hold you emotionally hostage. Just tell them bye. That's all you can do. What else did I want to cover? Oh, since there's more people in here, does anybody know what happened with Misfit Jenny after she left Whiskey's again? Is she okay? Was married to a narcissist for years. I know her tricks. So there you go. Glad you got away. And boiler heat too, and it compounds the dryness. Yep, that's the deal. I'm on a boiler. Usually I have my window open a little bit, but I don't have it open right now. But I need to because when you walk in this apartment, it reeks like weed. So left, who said she left? Oh, yeah, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I know what the deal is. Actually, I don't know what the deal is. I think what it is he left you. I think that's what I heard, but I don't know. It's none of my business. Oh, you're talking about, I'm sorry, you're talking about Misfit Jenny. Oh, okay, so she never left Cali, huh? As Pennywise and okay. I didn't see her. I don't think I seen him in there. Actually, I was getting ready to go to bed when she was live and I put it on for just a little bit and then I went to bed. I honestly don't talk to her anymore. He got what he wanted, or to himself. That is a shame. She seems like a nice girl. She definitely did once, then went back after that. Well, see, the last I had heard is if she was gonna leave again, that Wog had blacked her eye. And then I don't know what happened after that. See, from my understanding is she's a drinker, so I know that them two sitting together is toxic right off of Jump Street. So but the drama is unfolding everywhere. Most of it I don't know about, but I was cracking up at German lady last night. She was all cammed up and everything. She wiggled her eyebrows. You know, of anyone who started a relationship on YouTube that ended up being a lasting relationship? Well, to answer that honestly, um, there's a problem with that whole dynamic. I think that when you meet somebody on the internet, it can accelerate a relationship. But I also feel that naturally you can meet somebody and like them and be with them and everything else, and then as time moves on, you grow apart because people change. YouTube took that video down there. So I think sometimes that line that is blurred as far as internet relationships versus real relationships. There's pros and there's cons to them both. I guess I should say. What do you want now? Come here. Oh, let's see. This is how I spend my evenings with her. Here you go, baby. Well, Carlos, you're just in time. We were talking about finding you a YouTube girlfriend or boyfriend. There we go. It's easy to get infatuated for a while, but I never seen it last. Yeah, but see, it's different. It all depends on where the people are in life and everything like that, because age plays a significant factor. What was important to you as far as a significant other at 27 years old is different than when you're 50 or in your 40s. So with that aspect, there's a lot of different dynamics that go into it. And the internet thing kind of creates different scenarios that you might not experience right off the rip with somebody that you meet locally. I'm sure this worked for someone at some point. Yeah, I'm sure it has. But you got to look at it. You meet somebody on the internet. Okay, let's say they live, 1,000 miles away or 500 miles away for that matter. You meet them, you may meet up and then everything's cool and everything like that. But because you have established lives in different areas of the country, you got to part ways and go back to your lives. And then, you may meet again or whatever the case may be. But where if you meet somebody locally, you can take somebody out to the movies, have a really good time and everything like that, and be like, call them in a week and say, hey, I had a lot of fun. You want to go do that again? Or you want to go do something else? And there's not such a period of time in between meeting. Before YouTube, I used Yahoo Chat for years. Most of those rooms were local, so it was easy and then fizzles out. Yeah, it depends. I mean, I've done a little bit on the internet as far as a dating site. I'm not going to get into specifics as far as where I did it at, but I've done some dating site stuff, and I mean, I've went on dates with several chicks, but I've been real weirdos. So, kind of a one and done or maybe a two and done with them. But usually it's a one and done. It's like, oh my God. I talked about it before. I met this girl online locally and took her on a date. And before I even took her on the date, she, I was like, I had suggested doing, something going down by the water or something like that. And just chilling, maybe getting coffee or something, you know what I'm saying? And she uh she had to fly that by her friend and her friend said no, and I'm sitting there going, okay, this girl has no control over her life. Okay. So we ended up going to Royal Oak. If you guys have watched any old Boyd stuff with Royal Oak, I took her down to Royal Oak, and the whole time throughout the whole thing, it was, everywhere we went, there was some kind of tragic event that happened to her in the past, and she had to bring it up and everything like that. And at one point I was real polite, but I'm like, the purpose of doing this is to make good memories, not relive bad ones. And she was just a weirdo, so I had to get rid of her. I think I gave her another chance after that, and it was just bad, and I was just like, no, I can't do this. And then I met a homeless girl. I didn't know she was homeless, but I met a homeless girl. She was couch surfing on a friend's couch. She didn't have a job. She didn't have a car. She didn't have a winter coat. She didn't have nothing. So that was like one and done. Stop. Oh, all right. Here. I gave her a note phone. But she's not happy with that. Now she wants pepperoni. She's a sweetheart, but she's a mess. Demanding little thing. All right, that's it. Yes, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, babies. Are we cool? Come here. You had no time for someone who just wants to trauma dump. Well, honestly, I think this I kind of hate to admit, but I gave both of those chicks. I actually, now that I think about it, I took them out twice. The homeless girl, I took her out again. That was probably like 7 or 8 months later. She had messaged me or whatever. And I took her to see Alice in Chains with me. And it was kind of it was just a bad day. We'll get it. Get it. Get it. Bring me the ball. Come here. Come here. Let's take your coat off first. Come on. All right. Come here. Let me rub the baby. All right. Why you gotta breathe heavy? But everybody that I met on a dating site or on the internet, that not, I shouldn't say the internet, I would say on a dating site. Because I've only met one person on YouTube and she's not weird, so. But those dating sites are something else. And I wouldn't even do Tinder. I think Tinder's just a hookup site. See, I'm looking for a big score though, too. I'm looking for, somebody that's got like Googles and Googles of money. Like celebrity status, like Taylor Swift or somebody like that. I'm not remotely interested in her at all, but she does got a lot of scratch. Crazy because I sit and think about it, and it's like back when Kanye did that, what he did to her, interrupting her award or whatever. It's like he did that back then, and she wasn't near as popular or rich as she is now. Yeah. All right, come here. He's making me give everything to her tonight. Well, I gotta find him. I don't know what to tell you there. This is what she wants. It should show up. It's got an awful delay. All right, you should be able to send them. No, you haven't seen it. Sorry, baby. Yes, you are pretty good. Here you go. I just feel like for a bit, I ended up seeing someone north of here that looks from YouTube. That was the end of that. Oh. Now you got me curious on that one, but I'm not gonna say nothing. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but you know, the thing of it is the internet and dating sites and meeting someone in person. It's and in different scenarios, it's all different. The older you get, though, the harder it is to meet people in person, unless you're Mr. Personality. And as you can clearly see, I'm not Mr. Personality. I hate these little crayon icons. It just tells me that I talk too much. Well, if you can tell me how to turn them off, I'll turn them off. See, there's a lot of lurkers that come in here and they just want to hear what I have to say. I'm gonna thrash somebody, but there are some deserving people. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm really hoping is you know, to get something going where you guys can just sit and talk amongst yourselves. And I don't necessarily have to be around here, just something for the community. I want to give back. So I gotta get a fish tank running. That's my next step. I gotta come off the wallet and buy some fish stuff. And I'll probably make you guys watch me set it up. Have you seen AI ratings threaten the sinking carrier off their coast in international waters? Listen, the Iranians are not going to sink an aircraft carrier. What's going to end up happening is they're going to try to fire something at it, and they're going to bring a lot of heat to their ass. Lincoln, maybe. Um, you might be right. I've been following that loosely, and I think the Lincoln just showed up on station. I was on the Lincoln. I didn't deploy on the Lincoln, but I've been on the Lincoln. And because they were just getting ready to go into, I think they were just getting ready to go into sea trials when I was out. They were at Pier 12 and we were at Pier 12. They were on the other side of us. And I had to go on it for something. But If an aircraft carrier pulls up in your backyard, if you're Iran, if an aircraft carrier pulls up in your backyard, that's not good for you. And really, I don't care who you are. Is that a nuclear powered ship? Yep, it's nuclear powered. It's Nimitz class. I was talking about aircraft carriers the other night. It's built on a Forrestal hull, and it's a bad motherfucker. And the other thing about it too is the Lincoln. See, when a carrier comes out like the Ford came out, and then they got another one that's going to be coming out pretty soon. But when a carrier comes out, and even in the Nimitz class, when a carrier comes out, the next carrier in the class that comes out is going to be a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better because of technology and everything like that. The Lincoln has been retrofitted so that it can accommodate the F-35C Lightning, and it's a badass plane. So the thing of it is, you don't want to be messing around with a strike group, and that's what that is. I guarantee you, the Iranians can say or do whatever they want to do. It's not going to phase operations over there at all. All it's going to do is bring a lot of heat to their ass. Because I'm telling you, if they get the order to strike them, they will strike them. There's no getting around it. It's a what if they're going to do something, they've already got it all planned out. So, but I can tell you, in that region, when that carrier showed up, it showed up with a strike group. There's a submarine with it. There's a couple of um a couple of destroyers. There's going to be a frigate, a guided missile cruiser or two. There's going to be an oiler that's going to be, and see, this is the other thing too. When you go from a conventional carrier to a nuclear carrier, all that space that you had to designate for fuel to run the carrier now can accommodate more jet fuel. It can accommodate more supplies, more parts. It's that you get more room out of the deal. That's the same thing now with these EMAO catapults, the electromagnetic catapults, and the arresting gear is the same way. You get more power, better efficiency, and everything like that. They're not, the Lincoln is the Lincoln is steam powered cats and traditional arresting gear, but there's a whole armada of ships because the carrier never goes alone. It's going to have all those ships. I said for years the petrodollar is gone. The dollar is backed by aircraft carriers and our ability to ship project power. That's exactly what it is because I've said it before. Everybody that's wanted to trade oil and something other than U.S. currency, they all end up dead. And the U.S. is always nearby or involved when it happens. Gaddafi, Saddam, they both wanted to do it. You see what happened to them. There are not many places these days to meet people in person. I am in Gen X and things have really changed socially. I feel bad for kids these days. That's exactly the way I feel, Flower Child. Because that's the thing. You know what I hear? I mean, I don't drink anyway, but rarely. I mean, if I go to have a nice dinner or something, I have a drink, but that's it with dinner. Well, where do you go to meet people? I don't even think people drink anymore. And if you go to a bar, chances are pretty good you're going to meet an alcoholic. And I don't want to meet an alcoholic. Come here, baby. Come here. Let me get you. Let me get you. So I don't know. I was thinking about going to play bingo, believe it or not. But they tell me that bingo people are ruthless. So I don't know if I want to meet a bunch of ruthless bingo ladies. needed your massages, didn't you? I have to massage this dog constantly. She's so spoiled. I have to set the camera up in the living room so you guys can see how spoiled she is one of these days. Come here, baby. That's the good girl. Yeah, it's my baby. Nope, that's enough. You don't need no more. And I'm really fearful that we're going to end up in another World War. With the Gen X thing. Stop. Well, I'm going to have to mute up. Come here. It's not good, girl. Why are you being so facetious tonight, huh? Why are you being so facetious? Oh, yes. How? Yes, too good, girl. Bingo ladies use their daubers like mace. You're gonna play bingo and get in trouble with your bingo. Should strain it. You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Streaming bingo. No. Oh, there's a hole in the bowl. This dog is also weirdo. She won't, before she would eat all of her food in one sitting. Now she won't do it. Let's stick with the produce department at the grocery store. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't bother people in the store because I feel people going in the store, they're in there to get their groceries or whatever it is, and I don't bother them. They don't want to be bothered by me. And what am I going to do? Swagger up to them and say, "Hey, I noticed you got some V8 juice in your cart." Golden Girls bingo drama. Well, I'm sitting there going, okay, if I go play bingo, there's a possibility I could win some money. So, if I meet somebody, that's cool. But if I don't, there's a possibility I can win some money, get my gamble on. Go in there and be a cheapskate and get me like a $5 bingo card or something. I'm not worried too much about the old ladies giving me grief because they give me any kind of grief, I'll just take their walker away from them and be like, "How do you like me now?" But anyways, the princess is not going to give me no slack tonight. I'm going to have to get out of here and tend to her. I think she wants to cuddle. I'm serious. I'm going to have to stream it so you guys can see it. But anyways, thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks everybody that watches this on the replay. Talk to you later.